Hello everyone, I am Sakshi Basale and welcome to today's episode. Today we have with us Professor Shankar Das, Dean of SIP at IBS Pune, with a career into management of over 16 years at Tata Steel in quality and lean management. He is also a proud alumnus of Indian Statistical Institute Kolkata and XLRI Jamshedpur. He has also been a faculty member at IBS Pune into teaching various subjects like marketing research, business analytics and many more subjects. So let's dive into an insightful conversation. Hello everyone and welcome to today's episode. Today we have Professor Shankar Das with us, Dean SIP of IBS Pune. Hello sir, how are you doing today?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing good sir. So let's begin with today's podcast.
Yeah, sure.
So very first question, how would you share your professional journey and as a part of SIPD?
Okay, talking about professional journey, I studied at two places. One is Indian Statistical Institute, and there I learned about the statistics. Then went for my MBA at XLRI, Jamshedpur. I began my career after completing my education, began my career in the manufacturing sector, and Tata Steel is the most prominent such organization where my role was on continuous improvements, TQM, quality control, Six Sigma, optimization. These are the basic area where I worked across different verticals of Tata Steel. You know it has got mines, collieries, bearing divisions apart from the steel making. So I worked about 13-14 years in these areas. Then I decided to leave Tata Steel and join a consulting firm. There I was heading a Six Sigma consulting firm, and I have worked in various manufacturing and service sector industries, both in India and abroad. That's my professional journey in industry. Then, as I said, that I have a passion for teaching, which I realized when I was in Tata Steel. And of course, during my 6 month consulting, because it was not just consulting, training and consulting. So I thought, why not move to academics? And that's the time when I joined IBS Pune and started teaching in subjects like quantitative methods, business research methodology, and so on and so forth. 2018, management asked me to join the placement team, and 18 to 24, I was associate dean in placement, and that's the time when I realized that what all things really should be imparted and trained the students so that they get placed. So probably my thoughts I had put up, and the IBS HO, they thought that I could do something different in SIP. So that's how I am in SIP.
A wonderful journey, sir. So how could you tell us about the vision and the objective of the Summer Internship Program?
Simple. Summer internship is a integral part of our PGPM program, and it has 18 credits that you must be knowing, which goes to round about 18% of the total evaluation system, that grades. So our vision is simple: make all students, not only top students, all students placement ready by the time they reach the placement season. That's my vision. So we try to do it for the SIP, so that by the time between SIP and final placement, roughly about 8 to 9 months time. So we try to make them placement ready. That's our vision.
Absolutely, it is very well structured. Sir, also we would like to know, like, how does this internship help in bridging the gap between the academic learning and the industry expectations, like into the corporate world?
Yeah, actually, I would say that it's IBS Pune or IBS as such. We get majority of the students who do not have any corporate exposure.
Yes.
Most of them come fresh from the college Unlike some of other B schools where prior experience of 2 years is mandatory,
Yes, yes.
abroad it is so. But here we don't have such thing. So the students don't really have not seen the corporate, so they do not know how to carry themselves in the corporate. So from that perspective, summer internship is a very important thing for the student placement. So that's what we do, and we made certain changes, as you may be aware of. This year, after I started looking at the summer internship, I thought that in placement, the majority of the students do not do well. The main reason, one is the communication. Second reason is throughout they were doing, say in the SIP final interview also, they were making use of different aids like the PowerPoint presentation. So when it comes to placement, they need to narrate their work in 2 to 3 minutes time. Majority of the students are not able to do justice to that. So the change that we incorporated is out of 14 weeks, first 1 week is a classroom training at the institute where we detect the weaker student in the communications, and we track their performance throughout the 3 months journey in SIP. And secondly, there are 3 evaluations which are done during the SIP 3 months when they are at the industry. So during this time, the 3 evaluations, all without PowerPoint presentation. So I mean, all three evaluations are done in one month. So right from the beginning, when they start speaking without any aid, they really get trained how to speak, because because finally in the final presentation, the 3.5 months training which they are undergoing, 3.5 months work that they are doing, they need to make the presentation in 10 minutes. That's not an easy task. So we train the students that way. So that's the major change that we have brought in, and the feedback that we have received is quite encouraging.
So it's very well put, sir, because internships is like just a part of a stepping stone into the corporate world. So this is a very anticipated question. Sir, also we would like to know like what types of companies does IBS Pune get on campus, and what sectors do the internships, the recruitment process generally happens for internships?
Okay. The basic objective in internship is to provide a good exposure,
Right.
industry exposure to our students, because they never saw any industry as such. They probably go for a industrial training, but that's for maybe 1 day or half day. So providing exposure is important. That's why the company and its willingness has to be there. So all the companies that are brought in, for example, last year we brought in about 70 companies which which offered about 108 different profiles. And before bringing in any company, what we do is, any new company, we do a due diligence check. That means whether this company is good enough to provide exposure to our students, because our students are very typical kind of students. So whether they'll be doing good, they'll be taken care properly, they'll be given training, that we need to check. So and talking about the sectors, majority I would say the BFSI and consulting.
Okay.
These are the two major sectors which companies which come, and the same picture happens in the final placement also, and also the market research and things like that, and a few manufacturing and those kind of sectors.
So it's basically covering all the sectors from finance, marketing, HR, and everything.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Yeah.
So how could you could give us an approach or advice to the upcoming batch who want to have a confident approach towards their internship process?
Okay. Now, when I was in placement, I found what the recruiters want. Recruiters don't want the student, barring a few, to be very, very good in the domain.
Okay.
They say that the domain, yes, we can train this our new recruits, we can arrange trainings, but the attitude, that's the most important part. Attitude and communication, these are the two key words which every student should put it into their brain.
So, sir, nowadays also it's been seen that the students are expecting something more from the recruiters. So, is there still a gap between the expectations from the students and what the recruiters expect in the corporate?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, students' expectation, we try to do students' expectation management not only for SIP but also for the final placement. In SIP, the typical problem that we face is the student comes and says, "Sir, I want to take finance, so I want to go for a company which offers finance profile." But they need to understand that the companies are not going to give them training on different aspects of the finance. So I would rather say that try to learn whatever are offered in the company. Try to learn how the companies work, how to behave in the company, grooming part. These are very, very important.
And sir, one common myth that you would like to bust about the expectations of the industry, like some misconception kind of thing that the students have with respect to internships.
Okay, the students' misconception is, as I said earlier, that they feel that if I want to go for finance, I have to go for finance SIP, which is wrong. In SIP, it is the exposure of the company. That's what is the most important. So, n number of examples are there when the student have done SIP in HR and but is going for consulting, quite possible. Because as I said earlier, that the companies don't really look for they look for a good attitude of the student and good communication.
And sir, last question for the podcast of today. What final message would you like to give to our audience or to all our listeners who will be stepping into their professional journey?
Absolutely. For the SIP, I would say that the student should be more careful or more serious. We still find, although it has reduced a lot, that SIP 3 months time is a free time. It's a vacation time, which is wrong. So it's 3 months time which really helps you build your career. That they need to understand and stop asking for a company in the hometown.
Okay.
Because a lot of students feel that I go to hometown and stay at home, so 3 months will be over. That's a wrong, clearly wrong thing to do. First of all. Secondly, whatever trainings are given, do the learning diligently so that it helps you. And no work is bad or good. Whatever is offered, try to do that. Often we find that even in finance companies which offer the finance profile, the initial 1 week or 2 weeks, the students are asked to do a marketing kind of work. So don't neglect any task, don't refuse any task. And as I said earlier, that the student should be serious about it right from the time when they apply. So go through the JD which are offered, try to understand, and normally they go to their senior batch only. No, I'm not asking them stop going, I'm never saying that, but along with the seniors, come to us, come to the faculties, talk to your faculty mentor and see whether that kind of profile is going to help you or not. And lastly, they should be serious about their interviews. Last time what we encountered, some of the companies when suppose the interview is arranged at 10 o'clock and the students are reaching at 11 or 12 o'clock. and the regional manager of the company is kept waiting. Now that kind of thing should not happen. Number one. Number two, since the COVID time, a lot of interviews are held online, and some of the students really were not in the appropriate attire to attend the interview. So that kind of thing should not happen. And the companies, what they do, they don't not only they don't take the students, they refuse to take anyone from our students, and they also said that for final placement also I am not coming. So that kind of thing should not happen, and students should be very serious and take as a part of their career development journey.
Thank you so much, sir. It was a really amazing, it was an amazing podcast with you and listening to your experience and overall insights about the summer internship program. And to all our listeners, thank you for being with us today and keep learning. Thank you.